Hello, Instagram. I know that you were just talking about me in the chat saying I'm never on time. Guess what? On time today. Last week I was only like 2 minutes late, right? And this week I'm right on time. Hold on 1 second. I feel like, whoops. I was like, I feel like it could just be like a smidge brighter. I don't know. Now I look like I'm on. Like sometimes it looks different on the screen than it comes out on YouTube, but I posted a Instagram video or a Instagram like a reminder, and I felt like I looked a little dark in it. But I don't know. I can't win. I'm either like bright yellow or or too dark or too bright. I don't know. I can't. Lighting is not my strong suit. Oh, D, you're in the McDonald's drive-thru. I would love some cheeky nugs. Large fry, please. Yeah, how is everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Oh, I'm like a little, I'm going to do this. It's going to get real close. Sorry, I forgot I had a, look how purple I look right here. I set my camera to do, whoopsie, to saturate the color a little bit more, but now I feel like it's going a little bit overboard. I look a little bit like I got some rouge on here, and this poster is intensely red behind me here. But I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're off to a good week. You know, we come here to hopefully, we come here for laughter. I forget how the Nicole Kidman AMC spiel goes, but I feel like I was starting it right there. What's everybody drinking tonight? I'm going with a Fresca. I was going to do a beer, and you know what? I said, I think tomorrow, Craig and myself may be going to Mardi Gras at Universal Studios Florida to cover that for work, and so I was like, you know, I know there's a King Cake beer over there that I would like to have, so I decided I was like, I'm gonna save it. Also, I am traveling this weekend, and I'm sure that I will go to some breweries and cocktail bars while I'm there. So I'm like, you know what? I think I can deal with it, just having a Fresca. I'm like, when I was a kid, I thought Fresca was like, you know, it's like the adult, like the grandparents' soda or whatever. But to me, it also feels like a treat, like that thing that you never, like I never got it. So when I have it, I'm always like, man, Fresca. It's never an option anywhere, and it's pretty good. And guess what I just learned? It's 0 calories, too. It's got like 35 milligrams of sodium in it, so I'm definitely, and some potassium in here, but it's so dang good. I'm not even sponsored. Fresca, if you're out there and you want to sponsor me, I would love it. I'd love to make it at some point in my life where I can always have Fresca in the refrigerator. And I feel like no one chooses it. Oh, La Croix. No, Pamplemousse ain't got nothing on Fresca. Ain't got nothing on it. Just listen to that ASMR. I haven't done any mixed drinks with this yet, but I mean, I was thinking this would be delicious with some gin in it, or the tequila maybe. I don't know. It's because it's like grapefruit, right? So, just be careful of the artificial sweetener, he says. Well, I don't have it that much, and I only got myself 1 box, and this is my second one today, though. Don't tell anyone. I had one this afternoon. Oh, Jesus. And now I just dumped it out on my desk. Well, I was going to say I've got a little, some fun, not fun. I've got some points of conversation over here. I want to keep this one hopefully under an hour today, or, you know, under our, like 90 minutes. I want to make them more accessible afterwards if people want to watch them later and stuff. Fresca and vodka, I see there. Okay, I could get on board with that. So I thought it would be, so like I just mentioned, oh, we got a confirmation in the chat. Fresca is delicious with gin. Perfect. Well, I know the next cocktail I'll be having. It's a Fresca and gin made by the Coca-Cola Company. I'm not sponsored again, but I believe, Jennifer, if you're in this chat or you see this video eventually, these are the red cups from Pizza Hut. She got me. I love drinking out of these cups. They're like the perfect size and texture and everything. It's great. So I am going to Austin this weekend. I'm going to visit my friend CJ. He's having his first football game of the season, so I'm gonna go and hang out and watch that. I thought it was funny because like last year I went the same weekend because that was the Muse concert. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just a tradition. I come at the end of February or something like that. But I am looking forward to it. I haven't been back since last February. Hoping to see some friends. My cousin lives out there with his wife, which I'm still not 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 used to saying because they got married in July, and also they've been together since they were like 15. But so I'm gonna go see them. I'm hoping to see a movie again because I feel like the last 2 times I saw a movie at the Alamo Draft House, I went to 2 different locations. I don't know if there's a third one to go to, but if there is, I'm doing it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Tell me, guys, if I'm coming in too hot too on the mic. I can always turn it up or down. But yeah, so. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'm going there, and on my checklist while I'm there, like I already said, is I want to do, I want to go see a movie in Alamo Draft House. I feel like there'll be plenty to see. And then I also like this, it's like 308, 315, something like that, pizza. But it's like a Detroit-style pizza, and there's this one with like hot honey and red pepper flakes on it, and it is so good. So I'm definitely getting some of that. I know that once we'll be drinking, there'll probably be some Whataburger as well. And we love a good, I call it Heb, but I think everyone calls it HEB, which I think is what it actually is called. But my friend lives, like, the last time I was there, like the last day, we went to one that was like 3 stories and it had like a bar in it and there was like a restaurant and this whole thing. I'm like, we got to go back to that one because I like to get there. The buttered tortillas, obviously, and then they do these like pumpkin empanadas. They're also really good. And so I've got these like lists of things, but then also it's like there's so much good food out there. It's like I've got to try new stuff while I'm out there too. And then I believe he also he's got a bar he likes to go to. I think it's like 80s night and like Friday night. It could be Thursday night and I'm missing it by a day. I don't know. But Barbarella is like a place he likes. So we'll obviously have to go there. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If anybody has any suggestions, like must-dos while I'm there, 313 is the pizza. Thank you. Via 313 is what it's called. I'm very much open to that. So please leave some comments or throw it in the chat or something like that because, I'm always looking for something fun and new to do. But I'm not somebody who needs to do like a million things. Like I did go to Jensen Ackles Brewery the first time I went. I didn't go last time. I'm thinking I might go again. It was good beer, but there was also this like electric jellyfish beer that was really good. And I'm like, I wonder where that brewery is. I feel like there was another brewery. I was like, we're going to go to this one next time. We went to Deep Eddies, so I've done that. And that was a lot of fun. And then, trying to think. Okay. I think I need to fix my focus one more time. Sorry, it has a really shallow depth of field. Whoops. So, like, I can't move too far or I get out of focus. So you have to, like, sit right in this one plane. But, yeah. And so, anyway, open to suggestions. Looking forward to that. Been monitoring the weather like crazy over there because it was, like, nice and chilly. And, unfortunately, they're getting, like, 80-degree weather while I'm there. And I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Okay, so let's look right now together. Yeah, Wednesday, 80, Thursday, 84. So I get there Friday, 74, 75, 79, 81. Because from the looks of it at first, it was like, oh, I'm going to need jeans and a jacket every day. And now I'm like, but it's like, it'll be like, so it's 75 on Saturday morning, but the low is 45. So I'm guessing it'll get a little chilly at night. But yeah. You guys like my... You like my jacket? Brian just sent me a text that he likes it, but this is my 20 years of episode 2. Oh, hold on, let me turn around. I'm gonna mess up the focus again, so you can all see it. I got this at Star Wars Celebration when I went in like I guess it would have been 2022, right? In Anaheim, And I like have worn it once, and I just like had it in the closet because I was like, it's never been cold enough for that. But then also it was like, well, I didn't have any like Star Wars t-shirts to wear with it that were fitting. And then I got this Roosevelt's one that's like the little troopers. It's all the different clone helmets. So I was like, perfect. I love synergy. Synergy. I don't know. I like it all. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, open to that. I was thinking about doing like a travel video like I did when I went to Massachusetts. How I did sort of my experience from Orlando all the way through Austin. And I am thinking, and it feels aggressive, and it's like live in the moment sometimes, of trying to do it one video for the entirety of the trip, or if I should do it for each day, or at least the first day. And I know, Jennifer, I see you asking about a meetup in Austin, and I'm not sure yet. I'm going to try and talk to my friend about that tonight and be like, because I think if there was one, it would be like Sunday. It would have to be like Sunday somewhere. Because I'm like, wherever I go for like, I think he wants to do like a Sunday fun day. So I'm like, oh, well, if we go somewhere that's like, centrally located, and I was like, I'm going to be here for 2 hours, people could come by and say hi. I like that. That worked well in Milwaukee and in Massachusetts. It was nice. I like meeting people too. Go to the gingerbread man. Okay, hold on. I'm writing it down. Adding it to the phone. I'm gonna just write Austin suggestions. The gingerbread man. Oh, Tiki Tatsuya is where I also want to go, because I love it, and it is one of the best tiki bars I've ever been to. And they have these taro tots there that are like these little square, crispy, crunchy, so friggin' good. And I want to go literally just for those. I don't even care about the drinks. But I do want to go there. I'm gonna have to text my friend after this too. So anyway, I'm thinking either way there'll be a video of like that complete day. But I was thinking like, if I try and challenge myself to do one for each day, that might be fun. But then I'm worried like one day it'll have like just a little bit. But I'm thinking like, so that's why I'm like, okay, if day 1 is really full, but day 2 is like 4 minutes long, it's like, is that interesting at all? I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going to try and do one for every day. I know that sounds crazy, but I think it's like I'm going to try and, because I usually wake up early because there's like a little hour time difference, but also it's just one of those where I'm like, I don't know. I think if I can get myself in the habit of it, I'll get better at it. So I'm toying with those ideas. So either way, we're getting a travel video. And then if you are one of my personal Patreon supporters, which is patreon.com/Ryno1185, our February stuff has been posted on there. And, ooh, look at that. What was I going to say? I'm working on a video for there too that's exclusive to there. It wasn't like a travel video. It was more like that I was trying to do here's what I'm doing today. So it's my last 2 days in Massachusetts where I was there for Christmas. And I feel like the reason why it's Patreon is because I was kind of like fleshing out how to make it feel. 2, I want to make exclusive content for them. And 3, it's one of those things where it is like, it's so far now late, it would make no sense anymore. So, but yeah. So, oh, Daniela, thank you. I'm kind of looking, catching it as I go along. Okay, Barton Springs, writing it down. Yeah, I like to eat and drink my way through cities, so I'm not all about being like, go to museums, go to these things. Charles is saying, challenge yourself to do one for each day, but if it doesn't make it to be that you can make video with a recap page. I think that's the idea. All right, we're gonna do it. So hopefully you all follow along. But that does mean that next Monday night, I don't think we can do a live stream. We're gonna do one next if Monday night doesn't happen, I might do it while I'm in Austin and make my friend do it, but it would only be like 30 minutes or something like that. But so there might be one next Monday. There might not. I'll let you know. I'll do that thing where I post it like early in the day so we know, or I don't know. I don't want to make any promises. if there isn't something Monday night, there will be something on Tuesday. So I have been to Buc-ee's. I love Buc-ee's. There are 2 in Florida actually now, and I would not be ashamed to drive the hour and a half. I think the one is away from me to go and get that stuff because Mama loves a Buc-ee's trip. I literally end up spending like $80-something, and that's not even getting gas while I'm there. I also have to bring my friend Amber. That would be a good video actually. Is taking Amber up to the Buc-ee's because she doesn't understand, and she's like, so everyone just likes eating at a gas station? And I'm like, yeah, you don't get it. I just want to get a little thing, but they might have a pretty strict like no videoing policy. I don't know. I like to check that in because I don't want to bother anybody. But Christy's saying, in the morning, do outfit for the day. Oh, you always dress so nicely. Oh, thank you very much. Some days I'm just not feeling it, but I am always dressed. I do always get dressed, you know. Bar hopping live stream. God, I wouldn't trust myself not to lose my phone. But yeah, so that is that. That's what's coming up. That's just been on my mind about that. I am flying Delta this time because I usually fly Southwest out there because they have a hub and it's they have a million connecting flights. It's the same with like Milwaukee. It's like easier to. The only direct flights from here to Milwaukee, I think, are Southwest, but now they do like 6 a day. They used to only do like 3. Oh, there's 3 Buc-ee's. But anyway, so I just lost my train of thought. Oh, they used to only do like 3 flights to Milwaukee, and now I notice they do like 6 or 7. But I did the Delta flight because I thought, well, I was gold status, and then I guess it went away. I thought it was going to be through the year, but it wasn't. It was only till February. So I'm silver now, so I don't think I'll get any more upgrades this year. But if anyone is a Diamond Medallion Delta person out there, you can gift people the gold tiered status. And I am not against accepting a gold tiered status on Delta. So if anybody wants to gift that for me for a late birthday present, you know, I would absolutely love it. John, say, where are you? You could be the designated phone, making sure that person's there. So I was gonna say I've been yesterday. Hold on, I lost my little notes. There they are. Oh, I did want to mention too, because sometimes I feel like I was saying something in my last live stream about how I had a lot of travel coming up and everything like that. Also, I did this for myself and it wasn't mentally acceptable, but I did it twice, and I went and kind of like perused through that website that people go on where they just are miserable human beings that have nothing to say but bad things about people in the world. You know, not to say that some good things came out of that, you know, but and not to judge the people who needed that as a venue to be able to say said bad things. So, you know, I try to find that silver lining or whatever. But people were like, oh, the guy travels all the time and says he has no money. And I'm like, so I wanted to just mention that really quick is that so when we were like in the lockdown of the pandemic, it was one of those where I was like, I wasn't sure if we were going to continue to get paid or anything like that. And like everybody else, I wasn't leaving the house. So I was trying to save money. I was trying to buy that house. So I have basically just been like, because the housing market doesn't seem to be getting any better, or that seems to be getting in more in grasp, I've been like, you know what? I'm just, you know, so I haven't, to be 100% honest, I haven't been as careful about stuff. I'm definitely making negative money a month at this point. But, you know, I try to off-put that by selling paintings. That's why I do that, both because I like, you know, it gives me something to do, you know, something I like to do. It challenges me creatively. But then I also like knowing when people get it and who want that sort of art. But then also, yeah, I'd be lying. Like, obviously it financially helps me, but it lets me keep painting too, because then it's like, okay, I can do another one. You know, before I was like, I'm just keeping these videos in here till I find somebody I can like give it to or whatever. I was thinking maybe I would try a booth someday at a convention, maybe. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. I was just thinking about it because I was like, if I had the space and I had the time, I think I could stock up enough that I could be like how much do you have to make it worth it? But, you know, like, so I don't know. I got to figure out how prints work and stuff like that too. But yeah, I know I'm feeding into it and whatever. And I to this, I will say, just I was thinking about this sort of metaphorically. Is that so? This story isn't true, but I'm going to tell you a story right now, right? Okay. So I went to Target today, and I went up to somebody who was just like talking about Target so much, and they were wearing a Target uniform, and they claimed to know so much about Target. So I asked them for help finding a couple of items, and that was some of the stuff was a little more intricate, some of it was a little more obvious, just like tough stuff. And, it was crazy. That employee actually didn't know where anything was and didn't really know anything about that store because that store had changed so much because they hadn't worked there in 8 years. So if you wouldn't ask a Target employee for help about that sort of stuff, I guarantee you somebody who hasn't worked there for 8 years doesn't know what they're talking about. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Not in regards to anybody that I am obviously actively friends with and support. So anyway, yeah, Ross. So Ross is talking about in the chat here that his wife Lana really wants the Scooby-Doo piece I'm working on. I actually did buy the canvases for it the other day. Erica very kindly had gotten me a gift card to Michael's for my birthday, and I was like, yes, I've been waiting for this moment to have that inspiration. And I went. I have this thing like in my head about doing 5 canvases because there's 5 characters of Scooby-Doo, but on each canvas a little bit of the mystery machine is behind them, so that like you can put the canvases like together and they kind of make the mystery machine, right? So anyway, but I mapped it out because what I do sometimes I'll do it like not digitally, but like. Well, yeah, when I say digitally, I don't want people to think I'm like pencil drawing it. I have to like, figure out the shape of things and be like, okay, is this going to fit right? So I like to create like the actual, like a digital version of that canvas just to kind of see, will these characters' dimensions fit the way I have it in my head? Because sometimes it's like, I think I want to try. The only thing is they're not, Michael sells these like multi-packs of canvas that are on sale a lot. And if they're not on sale, there's usually a coupon you can get to get them, to get them for less. But they'll come with like, they usually come with at least 5, but they come in like 16 by 20, 12 by 12, 10 by 20. There's like 12 by 18 or something like that, maybe. But I was thinking 12 by 24 would be an interesting size to do those in, but they don't come packaged like that. So they're like, sometimes it's like that weird canvas size where I'm like, you're not a multi-pack. Because I think I would have liked to do this one just even a little bit bigger, but so that's the plan I was thinking about, but I'm also like thinking about like when I was like mapping it out and I'm looking at it, because the way I like my characters to kind of spill off of the canvas when they're like 10 by 20s, like, let me see if I have one right here I could show you. I guess this isn't like a great example, but I did this like Scooby-Doo when we were in the pandemic and like the lockdown. See, like I like how it's like tail, like he comes off and comes back on. So I like when a character's like elbow or arm or something, they like come off the side. And I was just thinking it might look weird if the mystery machine is continuous but the bodies aren't, because I was kind of like trying to visualize it. And so I might do a thing where I do it like I was doing these ones for a while where it's like the character, but like if you've followed some of my art, actually, you know what? I have some right here I can show you. Hold on one second. I had started these forever ago because some friends had ordered them. So I can show you kind of the idea I had with these. It's like, so I kind of spray the canvas sometimes and then I'll draw it on after. Well, I draw it on once, spray the canvas, spray paint if I'm doing spray paint. Because I like to, with the spray paint, do this like vignette effect. And also I feel like it adds this really cool, very uniqueness thing to it, where it's like kind of one of a kind. Like you can't recreate it. You can recreate something like it, but it's not the same. So my friends had said they wanted like this like series of the 3 princesses. So I have like an Elsa that I was like, her dress is this color blue. So you know what I mean? I pick one color from the character, and then that's their like background. Like Belle was supposed to be yellow. She came out a little orangey, a little jaundice there, sweetie. But you get what I'm going for with that sort of a thing. There's a Tiana, but her eyes don't look good, so I'm not going to show you her. I'll show you that she's here to prove it, but I've done that girl's eyes wrong. So I like to do that, like, sort of style where so like pops, and I was thinking about, like, it might look really cool because I was thinking like Scooby-Doo. It could be like the color of color. Shaggy would be like green, Velma would be orange, and Daphne would be purple, and Fred would be, I think, either blue. Well, he can't be white. That's boring. So I think he'd be like, have to be like that jean blue. Bye, Charles. Thanks for coming, and thanks for hanging out. So, just thinking about that sort of stuff. So just brainstorming, but I am excited because I have wanted to do the Scooby-Doo one forever. So I'm no idea if the Mystery Machine will come to fruition this way, or if I'll do like a second piece with the Mystery Machine and accompanies it. I don't know. We'll see. But so I've got Scooby-Doo on my mind for paintings, and then I was thinking about, what was the other one I was thinking about doing? I was kind of thinking about doing a Mushu one, because he's like long and slender, but also there's like never enough love for Mushu. So I wanted to do a Mushu one. I saw like a really cool one at Festival of the Arts, so I want to do like my version of that. And then I don't know. I did Chip and Dale forever ago, but like they were a lot more work than I cared to put. Like sometimes I'll start a thing and you're like, oh, I like big, bold, thick-lined characters. Like, not to say like it's not hard, but sometimes like the coloring or like, okay, so I'm working on this mural at work and it has a Minnie Mouse in it, but her dress, even though she's like, half my height, the mural's that big, it's like her polka dots. I just hate the swooping circular motion, because it's like, for some reason my hand doesn't like doing that, and I'm such a perfectionist with lines that on the wall it's hard to like just like draw it perfectly, so it's like it drives me insane. But Mushu is on my docket to come up. Hold on, I know I have a couple others that people had suggested. There's a Robin Hood over here. I have a power line that's like ready to go. Actually, I should probably just list this guy. Look at him. He's so good. I like him. I could never do enough Goofy movie. Oh, I forgot I started a Scrooge. So I guess that's going to be on there. I should probably look at these more. So I'm trying to get this loft figured out. Yesterday, like, because it was raining here all day, I was like sitting around, and I was like, well, not sitting around, but I was, trying to really figure out my problem, I think, right now. So, I have this, so I don't know. I'm like unofficially diagnosed with ADHD. Like, so it's not an official diagnosis, like that. Sometimes there's like a paralysis that comes with it, and it's like where all you want to do is get up and start something, but there's something in you that doesn't let you. And for me, like, I think my problem is that, so I have a lot of these like the IKEA cubes things everywhere, and those are kind of how I store stuff, but like they suck. Not they suck, but I miss. It's funny, the things when you were like a kid, that like your childhood home or wherever you grew up, you like always had that thing, and it's because your parents probably went through this at one point. But like, I don't have any drawers. I was like, I need drawers. I need to be able to open. I need thinner things that hold like cables. Like putting cables in these boxes is asking for trouble, and so it's like trying to figure out how to make these more functional for like little things like that, like little cables, the power cubes and stuff. So I've been trying to buy all like different size boxes and storage boxes and stuff like that at like Target or wherever they're, usually on clearance or whatever. And I got a pretty good deal on a bunch, and I was just kind of finally started going through it yesterday, and I was just like, you know what? This is not working out. Also, I meant to put something here that wasn't movies, and I ended up putting movies here by accident. These are supposed to move over here. Because, see, I, like, kind of started taking stuff, like, off the shelf behind me to try and, like, redo it a little bit. And I basically was like, nope, this was a bad idea. It's that weird, like, moment of kerplunk where you're just like, every ball is held up because every noodle is in just the right place. And you're like, I can't think of a more perfect way to have the noodles, but I feel like there is a way. Does that make sense? spaghettis, noodles, sticks. They're called sticks. I'm an idiot. But yeah. Oh, Chrissy's saying Shop Disney had a Goofy Movie mug. Oh, I'll have to look that up and see if they still have it. Yeah, Nathaniel's saying the Container Store. I do have a Container Store right here, like right down the street. My problem with the Container Store, though, is it's so expensive. I feel like IKEA is really expensive now, too, though. So that's one of those things where it's like, but you're also like, it's still being built like when it was cheap, but now it's way more expensive. But I don't know. So I've got some things at Target. They're like branded. They had these like smaller, thin, clear ones that were nice. That I'm like, I think I can stack them sideways, or something. But yeah. Anyway, so when I got all that kind of squared away, I'll be able to finally like lean into painting a lot more. But I've got some smaller square canvases, got some long ones. So I've got the canvases. I got to finish the murals I'm doing for work first, and then I'll get back into this. But I'm desperate to do some paintings. Oh, well, John, I'm sorry to hear that you're having a bad week, and I'm glad this could can help you out a little bit. Hold on one second. I just want to scroll through. Sorry. Sometimes I'm like looking away. Well, Christine, I should have thought about using a stencil. You're right. I didn't think of it. And it probably would have made my life so much easier. You know what would make my life a million times easier, actually, I think? And I definitely, the second I move into a place where I've got like a little bit, more space or whatever, I looked at a place last week, and it was like gone by the next morning. It was like, so it was actually, it would have been obviously more money than where I live right now, but it was in a super nice neighborhood, and I could like ride a bike to like brewery and movie theater and stuff. And I was like, I don't know if I'd do it, but I could do it. And there was much more space, but of course it was too good to be true. Oh, thanks, Beth. Well, but the one for Massachusetts, the one on my Patreon is going to be 2 days in Massachusetts. So, yeah, you know what's nice about like going through those two is like sometimes I feel like I think I'm making them too like explanatory or expositional, and it's kind of like I just need to click in on the moment and let the moment be the moment and like enjoy that instead of like explaining everything. And so it's a work in progress, Oh, Big Lots is a good idea. Yeah, I'm always looking. I'm always on the lookout for my next Tupperware. So in my car, I keep like an emergency kit because I'm from Massachusetts and that's what we do. And I just also my severe anxiety, but it's also got like the dog stuff in it, like their seat cover and all of that sort of stuff, and their extra, things that they need if anything happened. And I keep it in a Rubbermaid bin, but like I just got 2 more at Target the other day to be like, maybe if I separate it into 2, it'll be easier because I feel like my trunk is always filled now, and I was like, I can't have this. This is a new car, so that is one of my other projects to go through. Is just be like, if these aren't going to work, they need to be returned. I tried an organization thing I saw online where it was like this bin. It was like basically 2 of these IKEA baskets, like the squares, but they're like together, and it had like Velcro on the bottom, so it keeps it in one place. But it's just like has never worked for me. I had it with my other car like right at the end, and then this one, and it just like it kind of sucks. I mean, it is one of those things where you're like, yeah, I need to put stuff in it, but I was like, I don't know, it's too big. It's like floppy and weird to move around. I don't care for it. Hold on, before I move on from the art thing, let me just scroll back to see what I was saying I was gonna paint. I know it wasn't that far away. I said Mushu. I at some point I'll probably do like a Henry from like Country Bear. I don't know if I'll ever work up to it though. I was thinking about maybe trying to do something Muppet oriented. I think I'm gonna do Darkwing Duck again too. I don't know. I never do Dumbo. I was thinking Mushu, and then I said maybe like, I don't know, I gotta look at it. I was thinking maybe a Wally something, but I did Wally before and it was like, it was impossible. Also, I just realized today it's the last day of the Festival of Arts and I didn't get that, dang it. I didn't get the Lion King thing I liked, and I didn't get the Powerline painting. Shoot. Oh well, hopefully it ends up. It's called I'm Gonna Stand Out by Yasina Moises. LE 95, 229. Ugh, man, dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Joe's saying that he had doors to the open storage unit. Yeah, I've thought about the doors. I know you can get the drawers, and then there's like that insert too that puts the split right in the middle. So I feel like that with a door would be helpful. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I know. I was shocked that Festival of the Arts is already over too, because it's like, I feel like it just started. It's that one festival that doesn't, to me, feel like it's overstaying its welcome, because it's like doesn't give me enough time to go there. Then like Flower and Garden's here forever, and Food and Wine is here forever. I would say the other one that's here not long enough is Festival of the Holidays. I wish it started earlier at Epcot. So I was going to say, I was while I was having my paralysis yesterday, I was thinking about, not thinking about, but I was like, oh, I need a, right now, I was like, I rewatched Schitt's Creek. It's so easy to rewatch Schitt's Creek. It literally take me like 3 days. Like, because it's a show that's on in the background and I know it so well that it's just always there. Ross is saying that maybe Toy Story art would be cool. I am going to the Pixar Place Hotel in May, so I'll get to stay there. So I'm looking forward to that. So for work. So I think hopefully that will be some inspiring stuff. I haven't done a lot of Toy Story. I'd like to do a Buzz Lightyear thing. So like a mental, so when I say paralysis that I just brought up was that I'm talking about that ADHD sort of paralysis thing that comes around where it's just like all you want to do is work on a project, but it's hard. You just can't find this hurdle to get over to get to it. I forget like the official word for it. But I was thinking about like, what helps me sometimes is having that like lull of familiarity, not lull, the soothingness of familiarity, which is, I think why a lot of people rewatch shows over and over again, because they make you feel good, like some of their favorite shows. And so I'm like, I recently rewatched Schitt's Creek again. I've watched Superstore over and over again. And the thing that sucks is Brooklyn Nine-Nine would be another show I'd do that with, but it's not. It's only on Peacock, and you have to watch it with the commercials, and I can't watch it like that. And so I'm waiting for executive dysfunction is what Cassandra has just said, and I'm pretty sure that is the term I was looking for. So Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the complete series, is available on a physical copy on Blu-ray, which is what I want. So I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying, since it's only come out, I think, in like the last year. I'm actually checking right now. I just got all of Golden Girls, the physical copy of that. But that was more because the Hulu episodes, they were missing stuff, and I had never seen the episodes. So I was just like curious to see the episodes I had, and then I heard those were actually added back in there. Hold on, saved in movies. Wait, Amazon does this thing now where it like merges your shopping list together. I hate that. But anyway, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I want the physical copy. I'm just checking because I'm like, it's $52.81 right now. At full price, it is $80. So like that is a good deal. But I've seen it where it was like 40. It was in the 40s. And I told myself the second it is like $40, I will buy the physical copy of it. I guess I could do Community again. I'm looking at it in the mirror right here. I have the physical copy of that too. But that's also streaming on like more than one thing. But I rewatched Happy Endings again, and that's a show I've watched so much now that I like. It's almost one of those where it's just like every beat I could start saying the lines and everything. I don't love New Girl like all the way through. So like for me, it's like bits. I'll watch chunks and sections of New Girl. I did think about doing that with that again too. But The Office was another one I did think about doing that. I watched, but when I was running the marathon, I don't mean to keep saying but when I was running the marathon at Disneyland in January, they were having a marathon, so I feel like I've watched so much of it recently. But I also think I did do a rewatch right before it went off the thing. But I do own all that. I did. You know what? Maybe Third Rock from the Sun. It's like I need a show that I'm just familiar enough with, but haven't watched again in a while. But I think I'm on the cusp. I'm about to do Parks and Rec again. But these are shows that are literally like they're just in the repertoire because I don't need to look up and I know what they're saying. It's just about the sound and sort of the comfort of having it on, right? So it's like we're watching it to like really be like super engaged with it. I'm watching it to help me like fill in a comfort level space. Does that make sense? But I love Parks and Rec. And I feel that way. I love a show that can make you feel like be so funny, but then you have that little emotional warmth. And that's why specifically I feel that way with Parks and Rec, Schitt's Creek, Superstore, obviously, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine is another one of those. So that's why I feel like I need to complete the set. But since I own The Office, since I have The Office, Parks and Rec, it feels like I need Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So I told myself when it drops like 40 or under, I'm getting it. But I don't think it's even been that low yet. So I told myself in the 40s maybe. So if it goes under like 45, I'm going to get it. It's funny. Jay saying he's doing the Bob's Burgers rewatch. I had been doing that earlier too, like right before Christmas. So I was just like, I love Bob's Burgers. Arrested Development. I haven't finished season 5. I don't think I've ever seen season 5, like all the way through the last season of the show. But I don't like the re-edited season 4, so I like tried to ramp up into it and like I couldn't do it. But I think I'm going to do that one again. I put on Will and Grace though, because my like friend had been watching the newer Will and Grace, like the not reboot, but the sequel series, and I've been having that on in the background, and actually that's filling like a nice little itch where I was like, okay, I'm in the good rhythm. So right now I'm in like the second half of season 2, because I feel like that for season 2, yeah, it's still season 2, yeah, because Will just started working for Gregory Hines, and it's just like this is the sweet spot of the show. This is where the show is just like. They all have their chemistry, their characters, everything is down, and I'm just like, I love it. And so I'm enjoying doing that. I've been watching the new episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO, so I think there's a new episode out for that. And Jay, that Rudy episode of Bob's Burgers is like one of the best episodes of the storytelling in that episode is like I cried the whole episode. It was so good. But Curb, I went to go start it to be like, okay, I'll watch it from the beginning. I forgot that the beginning of Curb Your Enthusiasm is like a higher frame rate. It's like 30 frames per second. And technically it's supposed to be 3x4 or 4x3. And it is not being broadcast correctly. Jennifer's saying it's 45. No. If it exists on the Blu-ray, I get the Blu-ray. So that's why I've got to do the Blu-ray of Brooklyn, especially after Andre passed and everything. I got to do it. I've heard Northern Exposure is great. They made a Designing Women reference on Will and Grace the other day, and I thought of Trey. But so I realize I've seen like the first season of Curb Your Enthusiasm, I think, or at least I've seen the first episode. So I'm watching it, and that's a hard show to be a show where I just have on in the background or something because I can only take so much of it at a time. Like I don't not like it. It's just like the sound, like it's just kind of like gets to you after a while. I feel like it grates on my nerves after a while. So I tried with that, but I don't know if anyone saw that Ghosts came back. So I watched the season 3 premiere of that the other night, and that was really good. And they revealed which ghosts get sucked off. Because when they go up, they get sucked off, and when they go down on you. And that was good. That show is pretty charming, like pretty funny. I've got to watch the British version of that though, Ghost UK, because that looks good too. But I really like the kind of uh, the kind of rhythm the show is in now, and I'm glad to see it didn't lose it. And then the Connors came back too. I thought the first episode was a little weird, and so I'm like, Nick Offerman's in it, so I don't know if he's gonna be. I'm gonna assume he's gonna be in more than one episode. But yeah. Oh, CK Barry saying they saw the panel for voice actors for Bob's Burgers at T23, and it was so fun. I tried to go to that. I wanted to go to that. I met one of the directors, or like the supervising director, Simon Chongster. Like, I met him out front because I went up to him and I was just like, "Are you Simon?" Like, he shared his story about how he started working on that show. It is an incredible story. That is just like, he was just a fan and started doing this fan stuff, and they offered him the job. And it's Lauren Bashad offered him the job. It's insane. That is one of those, every year I feel like there's a panel I miss, and it was like, that was the one I wanted to do so bad, so I missed that. Was it Abbott Elementary? That's back. I've enjoyed that. I'm enjoying that. And then I just need, I like the Connors a lot. I don't know. I like the Connors. I like John Goodman, and I like that. I don't know. I like watching him and Laurie Metcalf have like such unexpected reactions to things on that show, that for me is like what I'm watching for. And I get emotional every episode. It is weird that they don't really have, I thought that Johnny Galecki would be in it more. I mean, he's been in like 2 episodes, I think, but I was surprised when Big Bang Theory ended that he didn't show up more. But, you know, the brother's not even in it, so. And their other brother, they only like vaguely mentioned in the first season, but it's like season 6 of the Connors, and then Roseanne was the show before that. So I'm like, has this show been on for 7 seasons already? That seems wrong, but I guess maybe it's true. I mean, it started before the pandemic, and the pandemic happened 4 years ago. Oh yeah, I've seen some of the new True Detective. I haven't really watched True Detective at all, but that's what I'm like, I do kind of want to watch more of that Jodie Foster one because of what I've seen. But I've got to pick up on Righteous Gemstones where I left off because I'm still in the first season. But that's also a good one. Old John Goodman, he steals the show, man. I need another funny like 30-minute show that's like a Brooklyn. That's like the Brooklyn or Schitt's Creek. I mean, nothing's like Schitt's Creek, but like I love Superstore, Third Rock from the Sun, that Parks and Rec, and so I'll check out Northern Exposure though. I've heard that's good. Ted, I want to watch Ted. Okay, I gotta write a note because that was the show where I was like, what is the show that I want to watch? I knew there was another, like, I needed another 30-minute like comedy to be in the rotation. So that's good, but. I don't know if you saw it too. Like a ton of movies were added to a bunch of streaming services in the last like little bit here. So I kind of wrote some of the ones down that I'm looking to see. So on Amazon they added that AO movie. It's like a bunch of people called Bottoms. That's the one about the girls that looks like hilarious. I heard was hilarious. And then Strays is on there, and that's the one where Will Ferrell does the voice of the dogs that are all like the strays, and they want to go attack that guy that's really awful to them. And then, so those are on Amazon. I wrote them down so I don't forget. On Hulu, they added that Michael Fassbender, Taika Waititi movie, Next Goal Wins, which I really want to see. And then on Netflix, I still have to watch Good Grief. And then on HBO Max, I started watching Dix the Musical, which seems like an absurdly over-the-top comedy. Like, Craig basically said how much that he liked it, and that's where I was like, okay, I definitely see why. I'm going to watch the whole thing. My friend Oscar is in the first 3 minutes of it. And then The Color Purple is already on Max as well. I need to watch that. And then I wrote down in here so I wouldn't forget again. Tetris. I still haven't watched Tetris on Apple. And I need to watch Monarch. It's not enough time, man. It's not enough time. I did not watch How I Met Your Father with Hilary Duff. Only because I felt like I hated the end of How I Met Your Mother so much that it really kind of ruined that entire universe for me. I tried to start rewatching How I Met Your Mother because I think I own the whole series. Yes. I'm counting the seasons up here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. And I don't like it. I was like, oh, not into it. But so yeah, that's all I got there. That's that. Work tomorrow. I'm supposed to go we're doing a little bit of Mardi Gras tomorrow night at Universal. Um, and then yeah, it's just one of those days, whenever you have travel, you're always worried it's gonna like sneak up on you. So I was trying to be proactive today to be like, okay, what do you need? Like, I need a new pair of regular jeans because I have worn a hole between my thighs in those pants, and so I'm like worried they're like I won't even put them on right now, like because I'm like they're gonna shred. So I need to find a pair of just like normal jeans that I like, and that seems to be more difficult than I thought it was gonna be. So I didn't find that successful today. But then I'm like, well, I need another pair of shorts too. So I've got to go get those. And I feel like when you're on the hunt for a specific clothing item, that's when you can't find it, right? Like it's cursed. So I'm doing that this week, hopefully before. And then I also I gotta film. Got to do my work, obviously, get my videos filmed, do my assignments and things like that, And it's just like it's gonna be it'll be time to go before I even realize it. Oh, okay, Jay, I want to see what you said about Madam Web. Madam Web, saw Madam Web this weekend. It was so bad it seemed intentional. Some of the dialogue was just so awful. Yeah, I know. I'm like, there's a part of me where I'm like, do I just go see it? I mean, I got an AMCA list, so it's not like paying for it. But it's like, do I just go because it's so bad? I'm just worried it's going to be unwatchable. So I don't know. I didn't see Morbius, and I feel like I got to give that a shake too. So, fried green tomato po' boy for sure. Oh, I'm going to get those beads. You bet you're a sweet bippy. And I am so close to to being caught up to Doctor Who with everything. I am like halfway through Jodie's last season, I think. So I'm like 3 or 4 episodes into the Flux season, and I don't love it. This season isn't my favorite, but I'm like also trying to pace myself on that because I'm like, once it's done and I get to when she turns into Tennant, I've seen it all. So I'm like, and the new episodes aren't coming till May. So I'm like, I want to spread it out. When's the next time I'm coming to Massachusetts? I'm hoping to go in April, but we'll see if that happens or not. Yeah, hopefully April. If not April, then June, maybe. No, I've got something else doing. I try not to do more than like 1 trip a month, so that's why I'm trying to like figure it all out. But what Roosevelt shirt am I wearing to Universal tomorrow? I don't know. I've been asking myself this same question. Because there's a part of me where I'm like, well, maybe I should be wearing something that I could wear at both because I have to record the Disney stuff tomorrow too. So I was like, maybe I need to wear an X-Men shirt, and then I can wear my X-Men jacket because we're all about X-Men right now because the trailer for X-Men '97 was released, and I'm looking forward to that quite a bit. But I don't know. It's not the right colors, but I also have a Shrek shirt from Roosevelt's, and I have the Shrek t-shirts, and one of the Shrek t-shirts is like green and purple, I think, or like green and gold. So I was like, okay, that's kind of close to Mardi Gras colors. So I'm on the fence between having you better Shrek yourself before you wreck yourself day, or just wearing X-Men. Laissez les bâtons rouler. I mean, I think Gambit's on my shirt, so that's why I'm like, well, technically isn't he from New Orleans? When am I going to do Dollywood? I don't know. Hopefully sometime this year. Honestly, it's on the docket for this year at some point. I do American Eagle jeans. That's what the debate is in here. Specifically because they have that extra stretch in them. And I went to the American Eagle like clearance outlet today, hoping there would maybe be at least like 1 pair in there. But they have a lot of bootcut jeans. And I was like, what is this? 1999 to 2001 all over again? I don't want bootcut to come back. And so I like either, not even a straight leg. I like they call it, I think skinny isn't the word anymore, because it's not like skinny jeans. It's just I have thick legs. So my like calves are big. But they call it athletic fit now. And I do like that phrase way better, because I like my pants to be not like skin tight, but I like them to be fitted, because I don't like loose pants, and the stretchier they are the better, because I like I want the clothes to move with me, and I don't want to feel like, I feel like sometimes you get a pair of pants where it feels like there's so much extra between the crotch or the butt, and you're like, it feels like somebody took a dump in your pants. I don't know how to describe it. It feels like it's got a diaper thing. Oh my God, Olivia, thank you. You just said we needed, speaking of Big Daddy shirt. I wanted to work on that today, and I forgot. Shirts. Speaking of Big Daddy, I'll write everything in my notes, and then I forget to come back to my notes. I was going to try and do some designs to see if we could make shirts. Who is my favorite Doctor? Okay, so this is tough. Like, I definitely like Tennant. I think Shooty's going to be my favorite, because I just love that energy that he put out in those 2 episodes he's been in so far. But it depends how the episodes shake out. Tennant, I think, is like my favorite Doctor, specifically when he is with Donna. Like, I love his last season. And their storyline. Not that I don't like Rose or who came after Rose, because I liked her better. And she ended up on the other show, right? And she had the boyfriend, Mickey or something. Oh my God, I cannot remember her name now. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Margaret. No, not Margaret. It's something like that. Oh God, I don't know. If someone knows in the chat, please tell me. Because I know there's a delay from when I'm talking to when it's like coming out. Martha, Jesus, there you go. Thank you so much. I liked the Martha storylines. I feel like for me, Tennant's got better as it went. So it was like, it was okay in the beginning, like the Rose stuff, but then the Martha stuff was good. But then I loved like the comedy. Not just comedy though. Donna has some like really heavy episodes. Like the Pompeii episode is really heavy. But I liked their new ones too. But then, like, I would argue that the second season of Matt Smith's season with Amy Pond and Rory and River Song and all of that, like, story, like that River Song storyline, that's, I think, some of the best storytelling in modern Doctor Who. Like, but and it looks cool too. And I like the episode when like the TARDIS turns into the lady, and there was a lot of, I don't know. It wasn't like I liked him better, but I liked the look and feel of those episodes a little more. It took me a hot second to get into Jodie. Well, okay, wait. I'm skipping over. I'm skipping over 13. Peter Capaldi. I didn't hate it. Like, I feel like when I was watching it, when it was on, it was another one of those where it's like, we don't know how to lean into this more. But the last season of his with him and Bill, with 13 and Bill, that season is great. Like that, and that end is like so sad. And it was like, I want everything. I don't want him to go. But then, I didn't love Jodie. Jodie's like the beginning of her season, because obviously I had a new showrunner, looked and felt so different, but it was also like I don't think they knew what kind of Dr. Jodie was yet, and so it took a little bit. But for me, Jodie, I really like that like fam episode, where like I guess for me it's looking like her second season is my favorite of her season, because I liked Graham a lot. He was why I watched. I loved Graham, and he's not on it right now. So, oh, Peter Capaldi was 12. You're right. I'm sorry. It was 10, 11, 12. She's 13, and then Tenna is 14, and then Shooty is 15. But Shooty was like, I've never seen a doctor, seen a doctor that I've immediately like, that's the doctor. That's the doctor. And so I feel like that's why I like really like I really like Shooty, and I feel like his season's gonna have a new interesting look to it as well. So Sorry, I'm just reading through this chat here. No, Craig does watch Doctor Who, but the baby's name is not after Roy from that show, I asked. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just scrolling. Just wanted to see what everybody had to say. I know. I will say the episode where like Rose disappears and they're on the other side of the dimension. So it's like, that was good. I'm looking forward to Doctor Who coming back. Really good. Oh, Jason's saying Jodie got hurt by the pandemic just when they were about to hit their stride. All things stopped. I didn't even, when I'm rewatching it, I wasn't. Well, I'm not rewatching. I'm watching those seasons for the first time. I didn't even think of that because it's one of those like I just thinking like, oh, they were already made. They're already made. I wasn't thinking like, oh, like I mean, I guess she only regenerated into him like last year. So, oh, that's a bummer. That I feel like is probably the weird vibe I'm getting in the show a little bit sometimes. But yeah. Well, gang, this was fun. Like I said, if anybody ends up coming up with any must-dos I should do while I'm in Austin, please feel free to leave those comments on there. I'll let you know how it shakes out with the jeans. I'm gonna go. The thing with the American Eagle jeans is I feel like I can always get them on sale, and that's why I'm like, oh well, Alexa's trying to talk to me again. Was I need to just buy full price American Eagle jeans, and I hate doing it because they're like $50. I don't even think they're $50 anymore. I think they're $60. I'm just like, no, they last the same amount as the $25 ones or the $15 ones. So I'll let you know how that shakes out in my video. What else was I going to say? I will let you know about the Austin meet and greet if that ends up being a thing. I'll talk to my friend before this weekend, so I'll try and let you know ahead of time. But I would say, just I would let people know about that on my Instagram, and then I will use the community tab on here. I've been trying to use that a little bit. I just like I'm not a Facebook person, and it feels like an element of Facebook that I'm just like. So I like kind of I'm like out of the habit of like using it, right? So, but yeah. So, you know what pants I need a new pair of too, which is a shame because they're like ripped, coming apart at the seam. Uniqlo has these like color jeans that are like, they'll be like gray, black, green, whatever. They don't look like jeans to me, but they are like they're in the cut of a jean, I guess. But they're so stretchy, and I have their like khaki one. It's not khaki. It technically was like a light brown. It's like golden brown. But it's like my favorite pair of pants, and it's like coming apart. And I'm like, I went to go get more, and it's the one color they don't have anymore. And I was like, you got to be friggin' kidding me. They had it at Christmas, like right before Christmas, like right in the New Year, and I was just like, so I'm hoping it's like a cycle. It'll come back. But I assumed they'd have jeans that would or shorts that would fit like their jeans, and they do not. But yeah, I will let everybody know about the Austin thing and how that shakes out and everything. Should go over to Uniqlo though. Check that out. Just in case. Just for fun. Gosh, I'm like a little tired. Been sleeping a little like off, but I'm just I think I'm gonna try and be I think I'm gonna try and have like little bits of talking points for these a little bit every now and then. I'll still do them even when there's nothing to talk about because I like hanging out with all of you in here, and those of you who are unable to get in the chat, or those of you who are at home watching and just enjoying sitting on the couch watching it, or just don't feel like chatting, I'm happy to provide you with some entertainment, hopefully something entertaining for just a little bit. So thank you for allowing me the opportunity to do that. And obviously, thank you, everybody, for your continued support. If you are one of my personal Patreon supporters, don't forget, check out some posts I just made on there. And then I will be making, there's a video being made for that as well. And yeah, I guess I'll just keep you updated. We'll see you later this week with another video, and maybe something else special in the meantime. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows where the wind will take us, my friends? But I'm just happy that we're blowing through it together. I didn't care for that being the end of this, but here we are. Thank you, everybody. Hope you have a great night. Hope the rest of the week treats you well. And yeah, for those of you who it's not, hang in there. And everybody else, I hope you are thriving, surviving, and that you're safe, happy, and healthy. I'll see you soon, everybody. Bye.